One key thing to watch today will be the battle in the trenches. The Redskins are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against the Eagles team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here? Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So the Pigskin will move from the 2 down to the 1.
And I have not met an offensive line yet that doesn't think they can get it in from the 1-yard line on a running play.
2nd and goal as the offense looks. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They go play action here on 1st down. And they didn't wait long to to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's second down. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Well, last week he found his way in the backfield from that linebacker position for 4 tackles for a loss. Another one there first quarter.
Yeah, help me out, because we watched tape together before this game. We were watching what he did last week. Did that field tilt in his favor where he was just running downhill to first? It certainly felt like it, didn't it? It felt like it on that play as well.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick-6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Watch it now, boy. Here we go. Now, look at 56.
They'll run with Marshall. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll let it go deep over the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Now a handoff looking right. Now the ball comes loose, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now Marshall. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Back to throw here. Looking long for his tight end read. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Now they'll run on the draw. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Redskins are going to get it at the 20. So out now come the Redskins. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brandon Graham in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. The Redskins on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard, Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Now, let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 15-yard line. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. Over. Hurry up, here we go. No, check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. Over. All right, here we go. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Elliott now to kick this one away. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
On 3rd down, it's Marshall. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Here we go now.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Jordan Reed has it. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be first down, Redskins.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how I just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
So 2nd and 10 here. They're going to look to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's...
I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. 2nd down following the incompletion. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Finding room at the 30. Still going. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Here we go now. All right, now look at watch it now, Barney.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Eagles continue to roll. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
This is Marshall. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney. He's crashing. No. Check. Patriot.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Redskins on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. On play action, they'll throw. Out to the left here to Reed. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently. Now
a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And down to the 36-yard line here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know how we get focused at the end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And he connects with Ertz. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is a Johnny. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Elliott puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
7 yards to go on second down. He's going to air one out. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
That's the second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he loses the football a second time. And the Redskins scoop it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. That's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jordan Hicks in there to get him for a loss of 5. Screen, it's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 1. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Fells has it left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Anderson, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
15 yards through the air and a first down. And they're going to speed things up here.
All right, here we go.
seam inside the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this. Back to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
What's left? What's left? Watch it now, Marty. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward near the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All right, now look at this. Now let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now back to throw. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And here's Marshall. He finds an opening past the 40. Touchdown, Washington! Keith Marshall with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to get a score back.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Lutz now to kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Rumsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down following the run.
Back up, here we go. Back up. Let's go. Detroit. Watch it now. Let go now. 3-19.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Crowder. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now from Baltimore. And the Ravens have taken the lead in a very offensive-minded game. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. No. Check. Patrick.
Back to throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And quickly they get to the line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Over. Set. Green, 39. 99, Philly. Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
if he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Redskins on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And this looks to probably be the final play. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain.